What is up, guys? What is up? So today we're going to talk about what happened with Jack Smith's testimony about January 6th. And we're also going to react to the January 6th officer, Michael Fanone, completely crash out. So let's get into this, shall we? Boom. All right, so Jack Smith testified in front of Congress today about January 6th. It was a little awkward. Those of you who don't know who Jack Smith is, Jack Smith tried to put Trump in jail back in 2021 for all the January 6th things that happened with them accusing Trump of started an insurrection and all this stuff, but ultimately it led to a swing and a miss. Jack Smith absolutely failed at jailing Trump, and then Trump became the president in 2024 going into 2025, and they basically gave up. And that's where they are now. But just a quick backstory on January 6th, and I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for this. But compared to the BLM riots, compared to the riots that we're seeing in Minnesota now, January 6th just totally feels like a nothing burger. Like, we're in 2026. It's going to be half a decade. And I think most people kind of forgot about it. Like most news stories, right? I mean, besides the Epstein files, like, things happen, people talk about it, it becomes trendy, and it moves on. But there's only one group of people that cannot move on from January 6th, that is the Democrats. They had that big candle ceremony for the people that died. And let's talk about the people who died on January 6th real quick. Earlier, I asked Gronk, I said, who died on January 6th and who died days later? So Ashley Babbitt was shot and killed by a U.S. Capitol Police officer while attempting to climb through a broken window. Okay, so here's the thing. A rioter was shot and killed by a cop, and you didn't see any riots in the liberal cities like there was George Floyd. So the double standard is there, number one. Then you have a guy who died of a heart attack, a guy who died by a stroke, and a guy who died of an accidental drug overdose. Okay. People. In my opinion, that has nothing to really do with January 6th. But the Democrats use the not Ashley Babbitt, but the other three. They use these three people to attack Trump and attack conservatives about how bad January 6th was, how it was the worst day in America. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then they use these three other names. This is what's really shocking. Brian Sicknick, Howard Lindengood, and Jeffrey Smith all died by, and the Democrats claim that these people died because of January 6th. So police officers responded to a riot. Riot ends. Ashley Babbitt dies. Other people have heart attacks or strokes. And then they're so terrified that they, did that to themselves, I should say. So the whole thing's fishy. We all saw this video of Nancy Pelosi last year. Let's just listen to this. She basically admits that it's her fault for not calling the National Guard. And, there's conspiracies that the National Guard wasn't there because the Democrats wanted it to be a big show so they can use it as ammo. Let's just play this real quick for those of you who need a refresher.
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
That is not a question of how they had. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more. We have.
Yeah, I'm going to give this video a like, by the way, just to get it out there again. Yeah, she admits that she takes responsibility, okay? But think about the context. That video was leaked during the presidential election in 2024. Prior to that, Nancy Pelosi, along with all these other Democrats, were pushing that it's all on Trump. It's all on Trump. But she didn't call the National Guard. So hypothetically, she's admitting in that clip that if the National Guard was there, that she's taking responsibility, then therefore the January 6th riot would have been prevented. So now let's fast forward to today. Jack Smith tried to throw Trump in jail along with Democrats. Democrats and Jack Smith tried to throw Trump in jail. And now he's testifying in front of Congress because, well, I guess there's some questions to be answered with this. So let's just react to some of the clips here.
Yes, sir, we did.
Yes, you did. And the subpoena covered the time period between November 2020 and January 2021. Is that right?
I'm sorry, sir. Could you say that again?
We're not going to delay like this. The subpoena covered the time period between November of 2020 and January 2021. How many days after Kevin McCarthy was sworn in as Speaker did you subpoena his records?
I don't recall, but those two things had nothing to do with one.
It was 16 days after becoming the highest ranking Republican in the House of Representatives. You subpoenaed his toll records. Do you agree that that might reasonably be considered a violation of the speech or debate clause?
I do not, and I want to be clear that the toll records...
You were collecting months' worth of phone data on the Republican Speaker of the House, the leader of the opposition, right after he got sworn in as Speaker, all around the time of a major vote. That sounds like a flagrant violation of the speech or debate clause to me, and I think most people agree with me. And Speaker McCarthy had no recourse, did he? Because you issued a non-disclosure order ensuring that neither he nor any of the American people knew about these subpoenas. Is that right?
The toll record, the non-content toll record subpoenas, we did secure non-disclosure orders for those subpoenas.
You did, and let me ask you, Mr. Smith, at the time you secured those non-disclosure orders, was Speaker McCarthy a flight risk?
The non-disclosure order was based on concerns about...
Was Speaker McCarthy a flight risk?
He was not.
He was not. Then why did your non-disclosure order refer to him as a flight risk? It says right here, the court finds reasonable grounds to believe that such disclosure will result in flight from prosecution.
Sir, when securing a non-disclosure order, the risks don't have to be associated...
You think that the Speaker of the House is a flight risk?
The question?
No, this is not your time. This is my time. You think the Speaker of the House is a flight risk? You think he's going to hop on a plane and leave the country?
No, what I was trying to explain is with respect to a non-disclosure order, the risks aren't necessarily associated with the subscriber to the phone. They're the risks to the investigation.
I think that you were using, this was clearly in reference to Speaker McCarthy, and you were using clearly false information to secure a non-disclosure order to hide from Speaker McCarthy and from the American people the fact that you were spying on his toll records. But I've got more, so let's move on. In May of 2023, you also issued subpoenas for toll records of 9 U.S. senators and an additional representative. Is that right?
In May of 23, we did issue...
You did, and there were non-disclosure orders in conjunction with those subpoenas as well, right?
That's correct, consistent with department policy and the law.
So again, nobody would know what you were doing. The senators would, and the representatives would, and the American people wouldn't know what you were doing. Is that right?
The toll records that we secured and the non-disclosure orders were consistent with policy and consistent...
And you knew whenever you were doing that there was a risk you were violating the speech or debate clause. Is that right?
The toll record subpoenas that we secured were with the concurrence of the public integrity.
Your own analysis says that you knew there was a risk you were violating the speech or debate clause. I have it right here. This is an email from John Keller at Public Integrity Section to your team. As you are aware, quote, as you are aware, there is some litigation risk regarding whether compelled disclosure of toll records of a member's legislative calls violates the speech or debate clause in the D.C. Circuit. That's from your own analysis right there. So you did know, didn't you?
Sir, with respect to the item you just put up on the screen, the last sentence states...
we're going to get to the last sentence.
Okay.
We're going to get to the last sentence. And You cite case law in here, quote, the bar on compelled disclosure is absolute. Is that right? Or do you think that you didn't have to abide by that precedent?
To be clear, this statement is not from my office. This is the statement of public
This is your justification for those subpoenas and NDOs that you ordered. This was part of your analysis. It's a cursory analysis. I think it's worth noting. But let's get to that last sentence then. Quote, given my understanding of the low likelihood that any of the members listed below would be charged, the litigation risk should be minimal here. In other words, you're using a novel legal theory, which you knew was novel, has never been tested by any court. You're not charging any of these members. Nobody's going to know about it because you issued NDOs. Nobody's going to sue this, so who cares? We're going to do it anyways. I mean, you walked all over the Constitution throughout this entire process.
Mr. Chairman, the gentleman's time has
spying
expired.
on members of Congress, and you know it. It's absolutely disgraceful. I yield back.
Gentlemen,
Oh, man. And look at Jack Smith's face. I mean, the whole time he just looks cooked. He just looks defeated. He looks small. It's actually kind of pathetic. And it's like, it's so obvious that the whole January 6th thing was just a political theater game. That's all it was. They exploited the riot, which, by the way, was wrong. You know, you shouldn't have stormed the Capitol. But regardless, they exploited it. They blew it out of proportion. Let me go back to the deaths just real quick. They misled the American people on these deaths. And now they used illegal tactics, allegedly, to go after Trump on it. And they failed on top of it. I mean, the whole thing is just so pathetic. And then let's just react to one more clip here. Jack Smith spent $35 million to investigate this. Now, people, when you go to work every single day and you're feeding your families or you're doing whatever you do on a day-to-day basis, just trying to survive, are you thinking, oh my God, I hope my tax dollars go to stopping the Trump January 6th thing? No, nobody cares. It was a story that happened forever ago, but just listen to this. This is actually very disgusting.
When I assumed the job,
how much money did you? Okay, how much money did you spend in the investigating President Trump? How much money did your office spend?
I do not recall as I sit here now, but I know that pursuant to, I believe it's the special counsel regulations, reports were issued each 6 months detailing how much.
We gathered at $35 million. And what I want to know is how much of that $35 million of taxpayer money did you give to confidential human sources? We know you gave $20,000 to someone. It just got reported last week. How much more money did you pay confidential people we don't know about, with American tax money going after the guy we elected president?
And keep in mind, that money didn't even accomplish the goal. So first of all, it was stupid to spend the money anyway. But then spending it didn't even achieve their goals on top of it. So it's just so pathetic. Democrats, I mean, geez.
My recollection regards the $20,000, which was not a payment from me. It was me approving a payment by the FBI to a confidential human source who was reviewing video and photographic.
Who's the source?
Okay, everybody saw the videos, guys. Why does it even cost $20,000 to get somebody to look at videos? Like, someone explain that to me in the comments.
I do not know the identity of the source.
How many other payments went to this source or other sources?
As I sit here, I do not know the answer to that question. My role as special counsel,
$35 million, and you're giving money to people the country doesn't know who they are, and you're giving their hard-earned money to these folks? The main question I have, too, with this is, why'd you have to do it? You subpoenaed bank records from the RNC, phone records from members of Congress. You got subpoenas for bank records for people sitting right there in the front row. Why did you have to pay people for information when you could subpoena them and get it?
Time has expired.
Time has expired. You can answer the question, though. Country'd like to know why you had to do it.
My recollection and understanding is the payment, the $20,000 that I approved, was for a confidential human source to assist in the review of video and
Why does that cost $20,000 in the first place? These Democrats, they're all just fraudulent. They're either fraud experts or they're terrible at money management. I think it's a combination of both.
photographic evidence showing people who were attacking the Capitol, attacking police officers, obstructing the proceeding, and seeing if we could prove that some of those people had come directly.
That wasn't my question, but my time has expired.
And you couldn't prove it, Jack Smith. You could not prove it. But yeah, and then there was a January 6th guy that was there. He absolutely had a meltdown here. I mean, let's just watch this clip real quick.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ivan Raikkonen.
Fuck yourself.
Why do you have to swear at me?
What's that?
Why do you have to swear at me?
Oh, dude, don't pretend like we're not mortal enemies. Go fuck yourself.
Well, why do you have to lose your cool like that?
I'm not
I've
losing
been
my cool.
always professional with
I'm
you.
not losing my cool.
Every
Fuck
single
yourself.
time I communicate
Fuck
with you,
yourself. You're a
I
traitor to
am
this
always
country. Fuck
professional
yourself.
with you.
Well, I'm
And
not.
it requires
Fuck
other
yourself.
people to contain your Tourette's syndrome. Okay?
I'm not gonna get from it. You've threatened my family and you've threatened my
Oh,
life.
have
You're
I?
a traitor to this fucking country.
Why
Go
are you
fuck
so
yourself.
spasmodic?
Am I spasmodic?
Absolutely.
Fucking do
Look
something.
behind you.
Do something.
Why should I? I'm communicating with you and trying to calm you down. Right? Look at your face and you can't even control yourself. You can't even be a man.
Trust me, I'm using a lot
You
of
see how
respect
many
right now.
people are constraining you?
Come get me.
Look at me. Total control over my mind and body.
I totally thought that guy in the background was Fetterman for a second. I thought that was Fetterman. Oh my God.
Total control over my mind and body, and I'm totally dominating you right now.
Sir,
Totally dominating you right now.
sir, let's step aside.
I'm not.
This guy
I'm
has
just
threatened
standing
my family, threatened my
just
children,
standing here.
threatened to rape my children.
Whoa. Okay. And like us conservatives don't get threatened.
Oh, really?
Rape my
now?
children, you sick
Look
bastard.
at him.
Rape my children.
More people need to contain him because I'm completely calm, sir. Always calm. Listen.
And I do not know if the guy filming the video actually threatened his kids, but I mean, that is just a crash out. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this fool. He is just freaking out.
Treating these people that way.
This guy is just my family, threatened my children, threatened to rape my children. Rape my children, you sick bastard. Rape my children. Don't touch me. Do not fucking touch me.
Okay, tough guy. That's a woman cop. You're gonna get all tough on a woman cop now? Oh my God.
Yes, we appreciate you. We appreciate
Mr. Raikkonen, so he doesn't create any other problems with us today.
Yeah, the January 6th cop is basically trying to fuel the flames of this. And I mean, this guy is just nuts. I mean, look, he crashes out here too, walking out of the courtroom. He's just on a full crash out, storm out.
Officer Fanone, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great.
What happened in there?
What are you talking about?
That confrontation.
Jack Smith testified
you're-
about how he had proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Donald Trump incited, orchestrated, and funded the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6, 2021.
It seemed like there was a fight in there.
No, there was no fight.
Is it true, Officer Fanone, that you turned off your own body camera on January 6th?
No.
I saw your body cam. You turned it off yourself. You were playing dead. I saw your body cam footage.
You're a fucking
What am I?
right-wing conspiracy theorist.
I saw you turn off your body cam footage, sir. But thank you for disrespecting me. Psychopath.
Oh my goodness. He got triggered. He just freaked out. And maybe he's pissed because he can't handle the fact that Jack Smith got destroyed and then he got heckled a little bit and it like pushed his buttons and then he basically crashed out on a female cop and then he crashed out on a female reporter. These Democrats, man, they just cannot learn. They just cannot learn. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell on my YouTube channel at Townsley R, TOWNSLEYR. And also follow me on X at Ryan Townsley right there. RYANTOWNSLAY. And this is Townsley R signing off. Bye-bye.